Speaking of Zach Wilson, man, I couldn't believe that boy the other day. I could not believe him in that press conference. I said, come on now, kid.
I don't know if somebody, and I don't know if they would why they would not, but somebody, they got to have somebody there. That's such a tough situation for a 23-year-old kid to handle, and to be expected to handle it in such a way that he sets a tone for all of us to understand. He's just 23. I'd like to have said somebody there to talk to him like, listen, they're going to ask you these questions. What do you say? Stick to this script. Just stick to, hey, listen, we all got to play better. That starts with me. No, well, I understand that, but we all have to play better. And that starts with me. Don't come off that script. Don't come off that script,
come off,
man. Do not come off of it, man. And he came off of it. But
even Sauce, the rookie, the corner, is sitting there. It's sitting there like, hey, that's a bad boy. He said, hey, this is on me. I got to play better. I got to make a play when the play needs to be made. Right. This is on me. You are a rookie. This is a rookie corner doing this. Right. So it's
And I put it all in perspective now with killing young Zach Wilson and all of that, and rightfully so for how he handled it. Rightfully so, he deserves it. I already interjected that he's a young man. And the reality is they're 6-4. Ain't nobody expected it just to be 6-4. But I like seeing what I'm seeing with the Jets, and they're saying 6-4 ain't good enough. We got to beat out with Chuck. Chuck was that dude that I grew up with. 12th, third grade, man, we were selling Now Laters. Me and my boy Bernard, we were selling Now Laters. As a kid, boy, we were making a big profit off Now Laters. Back then, you could buy Now Laters. They had like six pieces of Now Laters in them with candy. You go to school, because they were shipping us off. That's when they first started busting the brothers out. I'm 60, I'm born 66, we're 72 right now. We just starting to integrate. So me and my enterprising young business brother, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to take some Now Laters over here that I can buy over here, because our family ain't watching us like over there where I'm going to school. Like the white kids saying, can you put out that candy? I get candy. So I had a booming business. I was selling Now Laters. Chuck was the bully. Everybody was scared of Chuck. Chuck would look at us and say, get y'all, me and Bernard, we cut into our Now Later business. We put all kinds of Now Laters in his ship. Don't beat us up. Chuck bullied us from I don't know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade, all of this here, cutting into my business. I was in about the fourth, fifth grade. I said, Bernard, we got to, enough's enough.
Enough's
we
enough.
Got to face Chuck. We got to face Chuck. We ain't giving up no more of this business. We got to face Chuck. And we faced Chuck, and I won. It took me 4 to 5 years, but I finally faced Chuck, and I won. And I was playmaker. And it just have to beat their damn Chuck. See, the Patriots have been their Chuck. And when you lose the Chuck like that, everybody's all upset. I thought we were ready to face Chuck. And Chuck beat us both times this year. So it take down everything you've accomplished this year. So I understand the temperature was rising. I wanted young Zach Wilson to know that, I'm in this with my boys, man. We had an opportunity to beat that team. They did not score a touchdown. I got to play better. It starts with me.
But it start to tear at the fabric of that locker room when he not only not take responsibility. Like if he balled out and threw for 400 playmaker and they lost and he said, hey, do I feel like I let him down? No, I didn't let him down. I threw for 400 and 4 touchdowns. Like we all got to play better, but this ain't on me. Then everybody be sitting there like, well, I mean, what we talking about?
Truth is true.
This is the truth. But when the opposite is true and you're walking around there like you threw for 400 and you threw for 77, that's the worst thing you could do.
That's the worst thing you could do.
And them boys are sitting there looking at you like, hey, bro, like, come on now.
Right. You know what I like in that too, though? And I just try to tell young receivers, like they ask me, Michael, man, you see you going up and down the sideline, man, what determines that? I said, listen, dude, the first thing, the number one thing, before you run over there and say anything, you got to make sure you're doing something. Now, if I'm balling, let's go. What's going on? Let's go. Good. Now I'm asking everybody, come on, man, play with me. Let's go play with me. Let's go get this. We can do this. But if I ain't balling, ain't doing that, and I come over here, now I'm saying, dude, y'all go play and study me because I ain't doing that. And ain't nobody going to listen to that. Ain't nobody going to listen to that. And so, dude, what the hell are you doing? Come on, man, get out and sit down with all that noise. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different way, man, that you got to handle. But we lament, we ordain, we give, that leadership to every quarterback when everybody's not built to lead like that. That's the whole issue that we have in the National Football League. Every quarterback ain't built to lead like that.
No, he every quarterback ain't. And you give him the C, you give him all the responsibility, you give him all this power. Yeah. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, they voted for him. I'm like, you kind of got to get a quarterback to see, or your questions are coming up.
Are you saying we ain't got no chance? We don't even believe in our own quarterback. How we expect y'all to ever think he anything of him? That's what it says, sir. And I'm glad you brought that up because nobody ever say that. Well, he was voted. Yes, we got to. You got to put it down. Let's stop praying. We try.
we try to make it do what it's supposed to do.
Right. And we know it's got to be. Yeah, that's funny, buddy. Nobody tells that truth.
Nobody says the truth. But in this situation, do you sit the kid? Because I'm sitting there like, hey, you might play Flacco, you might play White because they're going to give you 300. They're going to spread the ball out to all these playmaking receivers, and y'all going to play good defense. Y'all going to have a chance. But this kid right here throwing 77 yards said it ain't on me, it's on them.
Yeah. That's a hard decision because though what is today is definitely not going to be a possibility of being your tomorrow. So I always say, okay, do you put in like a Flacco and you win a few games right now, but are you delaying the inevitable? Soon it's going to fall. Or do you deal with the pain on the front end and try to get a young guy with all of this young, great talent you have? Look at what Indy did. Don't fall into this thing Indy did. Kept trying to recycle old guys, and they're letting a nice nucleus they had get away. Well, by this time, they could have grown them a young quarterback or put somebody with that young group and had an opportunity to do something. Now Frank Wright's gone. Jeff Saturday got the job. I was talking about, man, and we talking about number one team on TV today. It's about the Eagles over the Cowboys. That's how the Eagles. I know Dallas lost to Green Bay. That is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game over there playing quarterback. But the Eagles, after losing to the Commanders, they almost lost to Indy. Barely won that game by 1 point. Jeff Saturday, a baby at coaching. If you talk to him and get too close, you can smell his breath. Still smells like Similac. Baby milk, because he's a baby head coach. And he almost beat you with a baby head coach with a breath smell like Similac. So get out of here talking about they the top 10. I don't want to hear that no more.
And then go back to your first point, playmaker, because they got that Jonathan Taylor boy, and they ran the ball down. They were physical. They ran the ball down their goddamn throat.
Dog, let's get physical. That's the whole key to football, man. They were physical.
I just don't know because with this Jets situation, I feel like because if you get in this situation, you growing pains with this kid, you had a chance to make the playoffs, he going to throw you out of the playoffs. You going to die on this sword. So you went from a really talented, good story to like, really? You stuck with this kid even though you saw it?
No. What you do, you stick with him and give him the lessons he needs now. Next year when you get Breece Hall back, ain't nobody talking about the Breece Hall. Breece Hall is the key component of that Jet team. Now, Breece Hall makes Zach Wilson look like, we can do something with this man. So Breece Hall, that joke was bad. That joke. And when they lost Breece, that hurt them, even though they still found a good run game. But I can't wait to get him back. But you still got to find out what's the ceiling. This kid is young. He's talented. He's young. If you can get him anywhere up in the stratosphere where he's not so close to the floor or floating in midway or floating somewhere towards the ceiling, then you got to win.
I feel you. I'm looking at the tape. It's receivers open. He's hitting his back foot and he's not letting it go. So it's not even something where you're sitting there like it's pressure in his face. The O-line ain't blocking. Or receiver's not open. Or they dropping the ball. I want to come up with something for him. But these receivers looking at him.
That ball got thrown behind. He looked at it like, what was that? Like, dude. And you could tell when it was like, dude, what was that, man? I ain't trying for that. Did you get that sizzling? Hey, man, I ain't trying for this crazy stuff, man. Come on, man. What we doing out here?
And as a receiver,
I felt that too, man.
Once they get there,
it's the worst thing. It's hard to get that back, especially on that slant route. Dude, if I can't trust you on the slant, dude, this thing got to be over. It's over. So yeah, I don't say cut out on him yet. I'm gonna still ride this wave with.
Okay, well,
But I want to teach him some leadership skills. I want to teach him how to talk that every time. Because see, I love the fight in him. I love to see people with fight. I just sometimes don't, and I had to learn this about myself. Because, I'm a fighter. But I had to learn to know it's great to fight and be a fighter, but know when and who to fight is even better. Wait a minute. So he was stepping up. He was fighting the media and trying to, because the media getting on him now. And all this is time for him to go. So he's trying to stand up and be bravado instead of fighting for his players. Instead of fighting for. He's fighting the media instead of fighting for his players. And I love to fight. I just want him to direct it in a better place.
Yeah, you got to find that better